الله أكبر
حي على الصلاة
الله أكبر الله أكبر
حي على الصلاة.
Islam.
Islam.
How's everyone doing this holy day?
Praise Allah as well.
Praise Allah. Arise, giving all praise to the great God of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Give the highest of honors to his holy and divine prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Extend those honors to Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the harbinger, purity made manifest so that man may comprehend. Extend those honors to the Moorish standard, the red flag with the 5-pointed green star in the center, each point representing love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Extend those honors to the office of the Grand Governor, Lieutenant Grand Governor. Extend those honors to the Sheikh staff, the Ant-Man staff, the visitors, the members, because when man honors man, he honors that Father God Allah. Islam. So what I'm supposed to be talking about is, how this movement has changed me, and why am I thankful for this movement, and why am I thankful for the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. If we start with the first sentence in the first chapter of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America, it says that, you don't have to flip to it if you don't want, I'm just going to read the first part of it, but it says that time never was when man was not. And one of the things that makes me think about is that, during my time here on this plane of manifest, that what I do, what I accomplish, or what I don't do or accomplish affects the next generations that come after me. And to understand that we have an opportunity to change the conditions, of our people in these days and times, as well as the next days and times.
Yes, sir.
And so what we do today shapes our tomorrow. We hear that quote all the time. It provides, we have an opportunity to establish a foundation to help ourselves build upon. And praise Allah that Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought us that foundation. He taught us that our nationality is Moorish American. And he taught us that nationality is, that quality of character arising from the person belonging to a nation or state. And so the quality and character, I had to realize and recognize that was something that I needed improvement upon. And I had to recognize that was a continuous journey that I had to continue to improve upon. And so he provided us the tools and the skills to be able to understand how to correct those character defects. He provided us with the tools, in chapter 5, if I'm not mistaken, where it talks about, where we use the tools to build up character, right? We use these tools in the workshop of the mind. Islam. And so when we understand that quality and character and the development of ourselves creates a better opportunity for us to develop, not only for us to develop, but for us to build better relationships with other people. That's important, right? He taught me that that's important, that the words that come out of my mouth can build or destroy.
Yes, wow.
And I have to be careful what I say, and I will admit that that's something I'm still working on.
Islam.
That's something I'm still working on. I still have sort of a contentious spirit sometimes. I like to swing my sword, here and there. And praise Allah that I have leadership that keep me in check to make sure that if I am using my my sword, to use it in a way that's going to build and not destroy. Islam. I want to turn to, as custom in the Moorish Temple of America, please read from the record. I want to turn to chapter 10. Islam, chapter 10, verse, instruction 16. And say Islam when you're there. And I'll only read one verse from here. Verse 16, instruction 16 says, a man's ideal is his God.
Islam.
And so as man unfolds, his God unfolds. Man's God today, tomorrow is not God. And what did I learn from the prophet providing me this particular instruction? Is that my ideal has to be rooted in a solid foundation. And even being rooted in that solid foundation, that has to change. The the brother chairman mentioned earlier that change does not mean that you're, technically getting rid of a thing, but it's transformation, it's growth, right? And so he taught me that a man's ideal is his God. And so the things that I value today, tomorrow, either it has to improve, or I have to figure out what it is about that thing that I value that's keeping me back from improvement. And so as that unfolds, then my God unfolds. My God becomes more clear. My ideal becomes more clear. It becomes more practical in my life. Islam?
Islam.
And so my God today, tomorrow is not God. Islam? So he also taught me, if we would turn to chapter 12, Islam. He taught me the concept of unity. Islam, and to first be unified with myself.
How about that?
Because I have to unify myself before I can go talk to other people about being unified.
That's right.
Islam? So, what is unity? So that was a question, actually. I wanted to know, what is unity? What does unity look like? It's a rhetorical question. But we talk about this word all the time. We even have the first day of Kwanzaa, Umoja, means unity.
Come on now.
But are we practicing unity on that first day of Kwanzaa?
Talk about it.
Or are we only practicing it on the first day of Kwanzaa and not applying it to our everyday lives?
Talk about it more.
Islam? So how can we move forward even in those same principles and talk about collective responsibility or collective work and responsibility without unity? It's over and over again talking about unity. But I'll digress on that. In chapter 12, verse 17. This is one of the things that reminds me about our community. It says, you plow and sow and reap in a scanty way. And day by day, you tread upon a mine of gold and precious stones. Praise Allah. Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought us that gold and precious stones. And our community is continuously toiling and plowing and reaping in a scanty way, when the solution is right there in front of their faces. And what we're saying is that come to the Moorish Side Temple of America, proclaim your nationality. We're not saying to get rid of the things that you're doing in the community. Because you just may be doing something that's good and uplifting for our people. But it's not connected to a larger ideal bigger than you.
Come on, right.
Are we doing these things for ourselves, for our own personal gain, rather than contributing to the larger, bigger picture?
Islam. That's right.
Islam?
Islam.
So this ain't no spook movement.
That's right.
This ain't no, I don't know. Prophet said, yeah,
Come on with it, huh? Don't hold it back.
because what other movement has the solutions that we have?
That's right.
And this is no disrespect to any other movement,
Islam.
right? I give honest to those other movements who are striving to as the chairman says, striving to perpetuate the advancement of Asiatics in America. I give honest to them. But where's the unity portion in that? We come and support you all the time. See affairs there all the time.
Islam.
I need to see some of your bodies in my sacred groves
Islam.
every now and then. I need to build with you to talk about how we can do collective work and work responsibilities.
Islam.
I need to talk to you about these Kwanzaa principles that everybody's so hyped about, and then they disappear in the new year. So I'm trying not to go too far. And before I do that, I'm gonna leave you as I came. Peace. Islam.
Allahu Akbar.
حي على الصلاة.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
حي على الصلاة.